Hello everyone, this is Bigalskix,
And GTB.
and this is my very first no damage, no Ninpo run ever that I think ever done, much less recorded, for Nightmarish Phantasms 4 on Ninja Gaiden Black, Master Ninja. This right here, I just wanted to see if I could do it. Again, I've been avoiding MD2, so I said, let me see what I can do. But this right here, I tried to stay aggressive for the most part, but after getting chip damage from everywhere, I kind of slack off just a little bit, but I always still try to stay a little bit aggressive. Now, at the very beginning, if he does his the ice like this at the very beginning, you're going to get chip damage and you have to start over if you are in the middle of an Azuna drop. This right here, I don't know why I didn't finish that off. I messed that up a couple times. See, again, I should have released the UT to do a little bit more damage instead of waiting for him. But again, whenever I've waited, see, I didn't go do a long string right there because he would turn. I think that's probably the longest string that I've done.
I love that little backflip he does and then spins the sword. That looks so cool.
Well,
I love that string.
That happened a few times to me off screen. Like right here, he would do it, and of course I wouldn't even know he was coming. At that because I'm focusing on the cats. And notice I did right there. I didn't do the on landing Y. It's almost like the Begorian soldiers on Master Ninja. If you try to flying swallow them, they know. They stab you and all that.
Their counter rate is insane. It's also worth noting, we've mentioned this before in a few other videos, but one advantage to using the Dragon Sword for this is that the Cat Fiends in particular, that swipe move they have where it looks like they're trying to hug you, like they just use both arms. The weapons have defense attributes similar to the startup for enemies, so the Dragon Sword has by far the best defense in the game along with the Kitetsu, and what that means is that you are more likely to be guard crushed with certain weapons. So heavy weapons in particular, like the Luna, even though the Luna's not technically a heavy weapon, it counts in that regard. So like Luna, Devilero, Warhammer, UF, Dark Dragon Blade, and then Flails, they all have the lowest defense. Ironically, the wooden sword has better defense than the unlabeled flawless, which is kind of funny. But it just means that you're going to be more likely to get guard crushed. So if you're going for no damage, you want the Dragon Sword ideally.
Well, what happened when I jumped on that cat's head twice, I was kind of peeking in the background at those two cats that were standing over by, and he ends up killing the guy killing the cat right there, yeah. But also, whenever they spawn, I've had them spawn behind me and flying swallow through me. But anyway, going back to that one, I waited a couple, I jumped on the cat's head a couple times because I can't tell you how many times I would Azuna drop and get flying swallowed, during my Azuna drop. So I was kind of watching what they were doing, and if you look, I started Azuna dropping that cat, and then just like a split second, one cat came underneath me in the flying swallow. So I started to play defensive a little bit more, but again, still wanted to be aggressive. I could have just held back. I got lucky here; it did the wall damage. But
the ET is very powerful. The level 3 Luna, that ET has got really nice damage.
I can't tell you how many times I messed it up a little bit, but I finally did it. I was really happy. My score is not going to be great, but again, this was just to see if I could do it. I was really happy I did it. It took me a few tries, but anyway, that was my buffer video before MD2. So we'll see you guys. Take care.
Nice work, man.